Finding out the kid you've been raising isn't yours is one of the worst things a man can go through. And honestly, this happens way more than people can even possibly imagine. Today, we're watching men step up after finding out the truth about their partners. So subscribe, let's get into it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. No offense or disrespect is intended towards any individual or group.
You've been her daddy for 6 years. The only daddy that she know.
What? Hold on, baby. What? The last 6 years, hold on, sis. The last 6 years, you had me thinking that this baby was mine.
I told you I was sorry. I apologized about that. Mistakes happen. But this don't have nothing to do with her. Let her come to her cousin party.
I'm sorry, baby. Y'all need to leave.
No.
Y'all need to leave.
Y'all
need to leave.
You're not gonna talk to my sister like that.
Talk to your sister.
You're not gonna talk to my sister like that, bro.
Need to leave, bro.
Like I said, bro.
I need to leave, bro.
You're not gonna talk to my sister
I ain't
like
talking
that.
to you.
But you
We ain't got look here.
You're not gonna talk to my sister
between
like that,
y'all
bro.
two. But don't put
Hey, bro,
these,
y'all
don't
need
put
to
that
leave.
baby in that. No.
Y'all need to leave.
Like I said,
Bro, y'all need to leave.
Like
We
I
are
said,
not
bro.
going nowhere.
You're
Me and Don
Y'all
already
need
talked
to
about
leave,
this.
bro.
You're not going nowhere.
Y'all need to leave,
We're
bro.
gonna talk about this later.
Y'all need to leave.
We're going to talk about this later. She's staying in this
You're
party.
not going nowhere.
I don't deal, bro.
She's
You're
staying in
not
this
going
party.
nowhere.
And we're going to talk about it later.
Y'all need to leave. Okay.
It's clear that he's hurting. There's no doubt about that, but there doesn't seem to be anyone who really cares about his feelings, unfortunately. And honestly, I mean, you might need to go find the real dad at that rate.
That chlamydia thing was a one-time thing.
A one-time thing, Phoebe? Are you
Yes.
serious? Like, it's still cheating.
I got it removed. It's all good.
No, it's not all good, because how did you get it? You just magically got it out of our 4 or 5 year marriage?
You're so narcissistic.
How does it make me
You're so
narcissistic? How am I
Why do you think our
narcissistic?
kids are light-skinned?
Oh, you tell me. Maybe it's the guys you met off Tinder that you've been cheating
You
with
know what?
for a long
Yeah,
time.
because you're so boring.
I'm boring.
Yes, you're so old. Like,
That's
you're
your reason
25
for
and you're
cheating
old.
That's your reason for cheating on me, Phoebe?
Justifying cheating by saying that it's just one time is insane to me, and hopefully you watching this too. I mean, not only is she a disloyal partner, but she's also justifying cheating. Outrageous.
They take me back. Take me back, big bro. They said I had approximately 24 hours to live. So if you can live with that, you know, but if you can't, tap in. I'm flatlining.
What condition is this? Heartbroken syndrome, or I can't find anyone better, so you're all I get virus? I don't know. I mean, you gotta have a little bit of shame for crying out loud.
This is fucking sick.
We're both chilling. I don't gotta go nowhere. He don't gotta go nowhere. It's a chill day. It's a chill day.
If the guy did this with her, then there would definitely be actual police reports filed. But it's crazy to think that she and her friend think that this is normal. So I hope that dude is okay.
Hey, where you at right now though?
About to go to Walmart.
You about to go to Walmart right now?
Yeah.
Coming from where?
What are you talking about?
Hey, real quick, look up. Real quick, look up.
What?
You see me? You see me? Wave to the camera. Wave to the camera.
Where would you get a drone from?
It don't matter where I got it from. Where's the kid at? Tell who kid is that?
Why are you following me? I don't know who that kid is.
Bro, so you gonna lead a kid?
I don't know whose kid that is.
You gonna lead a kid?
Following me in a drone? You're weird.
Bruh, hey, nah, go get the kid, bro. Who that's your dude kid?
You're following me with drones?
Who that's your dude kid?
You're following me with a drone?
Bruh, see, we all the way got you on camera, bruh. All the way got you on camera, bruh.
Why would you follow me?
All the way got you on camera. Bro, go back and get the kid, bro. You left the kid right here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, go get your dude's kid, bro. You at Walmart, right? You at Walmart, right?
Weird. Bye, weirdo.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Getting caught in broad daylight and acting as if she's done nothing wrong. I mean, there's a kid beside you that's not your husband's. Of course there's going to be some sort of problem at least.
Brain. This gonna come slice my ties. This people can't even spell liar right. L-A-I-R. That say lair. You stupid. You dumb head. You dumb head. I love you. That's crazy, fool. It's madness, cuz. Lair. Who taught you that, your daddy? Dumb.
I can help but at least giggle a little bit here because before she dates someone else again, she probably needs to head back to primary school or some sort of school and maybe work on the grammar.
The most frustrating thing about men is the fact that they refuse to acknowledge when they are being flirted with. We'll go, "You're so handsome." And they just go, they look so confused to the point where you're like, they obviously want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Won't do that again. And later you find out they liked you the whole time. So, what?
Because men just don't like playing games or beating around the bush, if that. You know, if you like a man, say it to their face, and if he likes you back, watch him just give you the world. So just enough playing games.
I am in love with 2 men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
I'll decide for you. Guys, if you recognize this woman, just know she's not only dating you. So make your choice wisely. I hope having 3.3 million followers, at least one of the boys follows me and sees this, just so karma or justice could be served. Because just don't want anyone to get their heart broke here.
Being in love with both is a sugar-coated version of basically saying, I can't decide which one is better, so I'll lead on both.
Another order has found that another individual is the biological father of the child subject to this case. Child support arrears, the state is requesting a judgment of $16,054.87 with a payout of $130. Medical support arrears, proposed judgment $12,548.24. On child support arrears, state is proposing a payout of $130. On the medical support arrears, state is proposing a payout of $113, both beginning May 1st. She's requesting court costs be billed to Mr. Vasquez and a non-disclosure finding to continue in your favor. That's her proposal.
You understand that our system stopped charging current child support and current medical support to Ms. Vasquez.
Yes.
The day we found out about the order from CPS establishing someone else as the father.
Yes.
So the state knows that he's not the father, yet the state still wants him to pay $16,000 to a woman who tricked this man into acknowledging that he is the father. Diabolical work. The fact that this mother has committed paternity fraud, but is represented by the state should tell you all that you need to know.
Let me ask Mr. Vasquez something. You disagree with their request, Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
Okay, I do too. I'm gonna have to refer it to district court though, because the relief that possibly you can get, I can't give you. I have a special jurisdiction on what I can rule on. My suggestion to you, Mr. Vasquez, is you need to go hire you an attorney and see what your legal options are. At this point, I am not going to move forward on their pleadings. I'm going to refer the case to district court. You need to hire an attorney. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
If I may, Your Honor, so sorry to interrupt you. Ms. Bautista is currently incarcerated.
Right.
Shout out to the judge for declining to move further within the case, but the craziness is that now, because this man had assumed paternity, and really this is one of the major lessons within this, you aren't sure, you should not assume paternity unless you have a DNA test, because now he has to pay for a lawyer to get him up out of the ish that he is currently in. There was a big monkey wrench thrown at the end there. The woman is currently incarcerated as well. But because he was a good guy and he was stepping up to the plate in order to be the father to who he presumed was his child, he is now being punished for it. I think not only should the woman in jail get more time based off of this fraud, but I also think that the prosecutor in this case should be charged as well.
Can't decide what's worse here in this case. The fact that he's wrongly being told to pay more money, or the fact that the prosecutor is corrupt.
Not mine.
Knew that was going to happen though.
I can't imagine how devastating that was. I mean, I know he's already prepared.
Yeah, you can though. But like, if you
Right.
have it in your heart that this is going to be your kid, even though your brain is telling you it's really not, it's
Right.
difficult. 1 in 4 men are not the father. No, 1 in 3. It's 1 in 3 men are not the father. It's like 40%. 1 in 3.
That's too many.
Yeah, are not the father. 40% is what they said that the last study said that 40% of men are raising children who are not theirs and they don't even know it.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
You know, women go through shit and women want to say they have it harder, but a woman will never have to second guess on whether or not her child belongs to her.
Right. I think that when women do that and men end up having to pay child support before the child support is initiated, a DNA test should be court ordered.
Oh, I agree. Definitely.
And I also think for everybody who's had to pay child support that finds out later that the kid is not theirs, that child support should be owed and it should be forced to be paid.
Yeah.
And if the woman can't pay, she should have to go to jail. Just like men who don't pay their child support should have to go to jail. The DNA test should matter more than the name on a birth certificate.
Right.
Because anybody's name could be on a birth certificate. Any man that's in a relationship with a woman that's like, yeah, I'm going to raise this fucking kid even though I know it's not mine and sign the name on that birth certificate, guess what, bud? You're paying child support.
At this point, a mandatory DNA test definitely should be taken at the time of the child's birth. I mean, I can't believe so many men look forward to fatherhood in these circumstances like this person's going through, only for it to be taken away when it's right there.
Speaking of moms, there was a big debate on social media this week. 65% of men in South Africa are unknowingly raising kids that are not theirs.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you've raised this little dude for 10 years with your woman, and you find out that maybe actually it's not your child. What do you do?
The same way that a man who impregnates a lady and disappears, the same way he owes her child support, I think I want all my child support money back.
But you've also fallen in love with this child, and this child only knows you. What of that?
That's the sad part. So now I'm gonna love the kid, but now I'm hating the mom. It's a weird dynamic. But
do you leave the relationship? Do you stay in the
Depending
relationship?
on how old the child is.
Like I said, you've spent the last 10 years raising the child.
Oh, 10. Okay, if the child 10, I can still move on from the kid. 10.
So they're gonna say, I'm not your dad. What are you gonna do?
I think 10. I'm joking. 10 is a long relationship.
Dude,
with
it's
the
a
child.
long relationship because I thought about it, that I'd want nothing to do with that relationship.
Right.
But there's also a child who is not at fault.
Yes.
So do I pull the
I don't think I'd do that to a kid, but there has to be some sort of, maybe not financial compensation.
Repercussions.
Repercussions, yes.
Consequences and repercussions.
And at the end of the day, if I'm going to hurt the mom financially, I'm hurting the kid.
Exactly.
So I think it's just one of those where I'm like,
you know what's wild?
Therapy, I guess.
What's wild is even just growing up, you used to hear the statement, only the mother of a child knows who the father is. But now to see that 65%.
The sensible thing to do is cut ties with the mother of the child. It's simple. If it's not yours, then you're not responsible, but that's a whole can of worms.
How did you find out that she slept with your best friend?
Well, that's interesting. We were actually in a heated argument at the time that it occurred, but it kind of just got blurted out to me that Mr. Randolph could be a potential father for Prince.
Wait a minute. So you're in a heated argument as a couple, and just out of the blue she yells, and by the way, your best friend could be Prince's father?
Correct. It was very emotional for me, being that it's my best friend and this is my woman.
Understandably.
Upon meeting with him, we kind of all agreed, me and him agreed, that we definitely needed to find out what was going on.
I just want him to be able to understand that, and I am woman enough to admit that I made that mistake, and I want us to go forward from this situation, regardless of the results, regardless of, even though in my heart, I hope that it does show that he's the father, I just want us to still be able to be a family as we are.
Mr. Pace, you are not his father.
Oh, man.
Continuing on with the next result. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Randolph, you are not.
That is definitely a disloyal woman right there. To think that the best friend might have been the father, but he isn't either? She'd better have an explanation for that, or both of the guys won't take long in kicking her out of the house.
Is a man capable of forgiving the fact that his wife has cheated on him? He has 2 kids, and he just found out that both kids belong to his brother, not him.
No. Don't talk about forgetting. Forgiving is possible.
You don't think forgetting is...
The possibility of forgetting is very
Some
slim.
people will argue that love can make you forget and just think that, oh, it's in the past. As long as you promise me that you will not do it again, then I can forget. Which will mean those people will argue that you can forget the fact that your husband or wife has cheated.
Maybe the woman or the man are too much of closeness with the opposite sex that leads to that. So anytime him or her is making that kind of a move, the next thing that will come to your mind is that possibility.
But the way life is, there's no way you can avoid the opposite gender. Whether you're doing business, you're going to work. So you're saying that every single time that such a person sees his or her partner with somebody of the opposite gender, the person is thinking, oh, so the person should just avoid opposite gender. You know where it gets tricky?
Yeah.
Going back to this story, the man didn't even know that the cheating happened.
Yes.
The only thing that brought his attention to it is the mannerisms of the first child that made him do the DNA test. About 6 years ago, his wife caught him cheating on her a few days after their wedding, red-handed. And it took several weeks of constant begging before she eventually said she had forgiven him at that time. Since then, he said that he has tried his best to be faithful to the wife. He's saying that he's the only dark-skinned child out of the 3 boys that their parents have. And since the wife gave birth to their second child in 2024, his best friend makes jokes like, padi mi olomo toju awon aburu e. He said that he didn't think so much of it because that's the friend now mainly makes these jokes because the kids are light-skinned. However, recently, he said that he kept noticing tiny mannerisms of his immediate younger brother in his firstborn. He's saying that he doesn't know what made him decide to do a DNA test once and for all, and the DNA test said the 2 children are not his. He said he couldn't believe it, so he did another test at 2 more places, and the result remained the same. He said it was easy to test if they are his immediate younger brother's children because the guy comes to their house frequently. He said he found out that his 2 children belong to his brother. He's saying that he has never felt this betrayed in his entire life. He doesn't know who he should feel betray him more. Is he his wife or his brother? He's saying that the 2 children that he thought would be his heir, that he boasts of every time, none of them belongs to him. He's saying that they belong to his brother. He's saying that he's here to confront the 2 of them. He feels so hurt, betrayed, and confused. What can he do? We should please advise him.
Cheating on your own husband with his own brother is diabolical work. I mean, not only will he never trust anyone in his family ever again, especially his brother, but he's also lost what he thought was his kid. I mean, no wonder men hesitate to jump into marriage these days and are very scared.
In this envelope is the DNA truth for your daughter, your oldest daughter, Onyx.
Definitely guilty. Those crocodile tears are not going to fool anyone on TV. Or maybe they might fool people on TV, but the reality can't be hidden at all. I mean, the dude is clearly heartbroken. I feel for him.
When my boyfriend and I started living together, we'd often discuss having kids together in the future. During one of those conversations, my boyfriend said that he was going to get a DNA paternity test after I gave birth just to be sure that the kid was really his.
What?
I thought he was joking and tried to laugh it off. However, when I asked him later if he was serious, he said he was, and that he'd really want to get that procedure done. He said that if I knew it was really his child, then I shouldn't have a problem with that. The conversation made me feel like he didn't trust me as a woman, and that maybe we shouldn't even plan for any children at all. Am I crazy for getting upset? Alex, how would you feel if John said such a thing to you? If John was like, I'm absolutely getting a paternity test either way, divorce.
There's nothing to be insecure about if he's just trying to validate that the child is his. I mean, it's all love until years later, it turns out to be that the woman cheated and he's not the father. So, I mean, it's better safe than sorry. Gives him mental closure, mental security, reassurance is the word.
And for HUK people, what the full meaning of DNA be? If you go on our traditional media platforms, we have channels where we have mini courtrooms. Right now, court say no they get gig again. So a husband and a wife, be like they get grudge for a long time. The family they talk say, oh no, you this man, your potency level will be 0. If the family can ask me about my potency level, it means I am what? Impotent. Then I forgo do Dio oxybonucleic acid. I will go pour some acid. So the Josephine and the Leroy be the money own. Emanuela and Isaac no be the money own. The wife in question say is a lie.
Mom, Mommy, don't
confronting a DNA test is the same as withdrawing money from ATM machine and counting it. How you they call this guy a DNA test if wrong?
Calling a DNA test wrong is like seeing clouds and saying that it's a sunny day out. I mean, if you've cheated, then just say so instead of saying the DNA test might be wrong. I guess maybe they can be wrong. I don't know, but it's really not that hard, really.
Girlfriend just gave birth to our first child.
Congratulations.
I know I'm not the biological father. Yikes. And I revealed I knew as soon as she gave birth. I found out when she was about 6 months along that it wasn't mine. A guy, Brian, approached me at my work and asked me, "Are you Sarah's boyfriend?" I said, "Yeah," and asked what he wanted. He said he was sorry that he had slept with her and swore he didn't know that she was with someone. He then pulled out his phone to show the text between them, and they came to an agreement to just pretend the baby was mine. In return, she wouldn't lose her perfect life, and he wouldn't be responsible for a baby. We had been having problems trying for a baby, and all of a sudden, she got pregnant so easily. But he explained that he had been thinking about it, and he recently became a Christian, and he said he couldn't live his life knowing that I was living a lie while his child didn't know their real father. I told him I'd keep in touch, and not to say that he'd said anything just yet. I've had a lot of time to think, but ultimately, I decided to wait until she gave birth to hurt her in her most vulnerable moment.
Well, that's fucking rude, but go on.
What should have been a beautiful moment of me holding my baby was the most heartbreaking time of my life. I started packing up my stuff to leave. She asked where I was going, and I told her. I know I'm not baby name's father. You can act all shocked, but I know. Just ask Brian to come. I'm positive he'll sign the birth certificate. Then I left. She's been calling my phone over and over, even sending texts as I type this.
Calling it rude that he hurt her at her most vulnerable moment, but it was okay for her to cheat? I don't know. The nerve on that podcaster is just pretty insane. The husband has every right to feel how he felt.
Greetings. I just watched a video now that is a little disturbing, but it's also very funny, right? I watched a session live in court, right? This happened in the United States though, live in court, right? The man is in his 70s. The wife is in, let's say 65 and the rest. And they've been married for over 50 years, right? They've been married for over 50 years. Now, the man said, aside from where the children, they have 3 children. The oldest is, say, in his 40s. The youngest 30-something, and the youngest of the children is even older than me. Now, the man said right from when these children were young, he noticed that the children were ugly because he is a handsome man, he's tall. The children are not tall and they are ugly. According to him, I'm quoting him, nobody is ugly. Now, he decided to do a DNA test for them. He discussed with them, decided to go and do a DNA test for them. After 50 years of marriage, only for it to be found out that none of the children, from the oldest to the youngest, belong to the man. I watched it live in court. I would have loved to share it with you, but I don't do that. I don't react to people's videos. None of the children belongs to the man from DNA test. What do you guys think? What would this man do? Thank you.
That's a bitter pill to swallow, that the kids that you've been looking after for 50 years aren't even yours. Can you imagine that? That's a long time. That's half or even more than half of a lifetime in some cases. Someone's not going to have a good retirement, and that's all down to a disloyal wife. Crazy. I couldn't even imagine.
Your Honor, I thought this child was mine for the first 3 years of her life.
How old is the child now?
She's 3 right now. I'm the only dad.
He cannot be the biological father, since he and the child do not share the necessary paternal markers in the genetic system. So that means the genetic markers between your child and Mr. Vincent are nowhere near each other. Right. As a matter of fact, they absolutely don't exist.
That's right.
So you think he's wrong for going through your things. And if he hadn't gone through your things, he never would have found out you were having an affair.
She told me I was wrong for getting the paternity test.
Her side-eye definitely gives the clue that she probably messed up pretty big time here. And it was actually good of the guy to go through her stuff because now he knows how big of a cheater she really is. Unfortunate, but at least he knows.
She had texted my phone and said that she had another confession. She wanted me to meet her at the grocery store. So I met her at the grocery store, and she started to cry. And what she says to me is that she slept with a guy and caught 2 diseases.
Oh my goodness.
This case will stunt you at the end. Full version in comment.
The guy isn't showing it, but he's probably happy on the inside about what happened with her, and now no other guy is going to want to be with her because of her confessions.
Joe, your wife is sleeping with your neighbor. Period. End of story. You know that. I know that. They both know that.
Yeah, and they would FaceTime too. I forgot to mention that.
Joe, if you're done with this marriage, be done with this marriage. But now you're at a place where you keep coming back to drink more poison and more poison and more poison. And I haven't heard you once say, I am desperately in love with this woman and I want to try to save this marriage. I hear you pissed.
Yeah, I thought I was past the anger stage, and
no, dude, your wife's cheating on you, right? And your neighbor waves at you.
Yeah,
I'm afraid you're gonna end up in jail. You know why? Because I would.
His heart is trying to convince his brain it ain't so, and I completely get that. But that's the thing about disloyal partners, that they can end up changing your entire belief system. It's intense.
I'm 99.99999% not the daddy. I had the kind of exact opposite situation. I had a kid, a woman that said a child was mine, right? He was a chubby, brown-skinned little yeah. I'm like, oh, this is my son. My jet. Right. Then I thought about it. I was like, just because you chubby and brown skinned don't mean it's so bad. I'll say, get a DNA test, son. I'm pretty sure this is mine. Get a DNA test, son. Get the DNA test, goddammit. I'm 99.99999% not the daddy. Now listen now. I'm gonna tell you what this shit up. I'm gonna tell you what this shit up, bro. My oldest, Shamira, 22 years old, right? She came out looking Chinese like a motherfucker. I'm like, that baby girl, you been fucking Mexican or something. I had the baby light skin as hell. I'm like, this baby look Mexican or whatever. Hey, this my kid. 99.999% you the daddy. Sometimes you just gotta go get a DNA test, son.
Yes, sir. A DNA test will not only tell you whose child it is, but also tell you about a certain disloyal partner that's been hanging around you.
Right?
I guess.
I'm just got to get my name straight. So Alan is the guy that you cheated on Mark with. So how is that working out with you and Mark right now? Because y'all still a couple, but you have a 7-year-old baby girl. How messy is that going on right now?
Literally, it was a one-time thing.
With Mark?
With Alan.
See how I get the names messed up? Yeah, I'm gonna hear that later. Honey, I know I'm gonna hear you later.
I'm here to clear up the air here.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So it was a one-time thing with Alan.
Okay.
And it only happened once. I was
Okay.
super drunk. And it's never gonna happen again.
Okay. And how does Alan feel about that? Because I'm gonna bring him onto the show, obviously.
Oh, damn.
How does he feel about this whole thing? I know y'all be talking about it.
I mean, I tell him all the time that I know that it's Mark's kid, and he's so persistent on being the father, and I don't understand why, you know?
So he hasn't really accepted Jazzy yet? Is that what you're saying?
Crazy world we live in where two dudes are fighting over a girl who's a certified cheater. Let her go, guys. Seriously, it's really not worth it.
So I think what people are forgetting is I didn't bring myself into this situation. I wanted to handle this discreetly, professionally, and I tried to, but I've been ignored. I feel like I've been given no choice recently. I've gone public with it. I didn't want to, but what options do I have at this stage? I'm being accused of being a father. I don't think I am the father. However, there's many people now messaging me now saying, Johnny, you need to do a DNA test, you need to do this. And as stated, as a man of values and standards, I want to get this DNA test done so I can rule my name out. My kids are being brought into this. My name's being thrown all over the place. I didn't want that. I didn't want any of this, but I've been given no choice. I've spoken to Charlotte. We've had conversations about it. She agreed to do a DNA test. We went to sort it out. And then she's ignored me, and she's continued to ignore me. So that's why I feel like, what does anyone do in that situation? You know, I need to get my word out so I can squash this.
If she's refusing to do a DNA test, then you definitely need to apply for a court in order to carry out a court-ordered DNA test. Something's definitely fishy if she's not agreeing to one, but it's not always immediately that. But still a little sus.
I am in love with 2 men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
I'll decide for you. Guys, if you recognize this woman, just know she's not only dating you. So make your choice wisely. I hope having 3.3 million followers, at least one of the boys follows me and sees this, just so karma or justice could be served. Because just don't want anyone to get their heart broke here.
Actually sad that she's playing around with 2 different dudes at once in this case. Honestly, both of them should leave her to show her that this is not how things work in life, and you don't get what you want like that.
What are you doing?
I'm recording you.
I see that. Did you put her to sleep?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Good. She had such a great birthday.
She did.
You're such a great dad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not done passing out gifts either.
A gift for me? Vernon, you didn't have to do that. It's not my birthday.
You're such a great mom.
Oh, thank you.
I had to.
It's heavy. Ooh, I'm excited.
You're gonna love it.
What is it?
Open it up.
Oh my God, you are such an amazing man, I tell you.
Open it up, baby.
Is it Valentine's Day all over again? Oh my God. Ooh, it's that kind of night, ain't it? My favorite wine?
You're gonna love it. It goes with the gift.
Ooh, Pinot Noir. Mwah. I can't wait to sip on this. Thank you, babe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. It better be the necklace I wanted. You know I've been wanting that for a long time. Another bag. You're so tricky, I tell you. Babe, really? Another bag? I can't with you and your foolishness. Oh my God. You are one silly man, I tell you.
Open it up.
Oh my God, what is this? Oh man. Duct tape, really?
They ran out.
You're such an amazing rapper.
They ran out. I'm sorry.
An envelope? What could this be? What could this be? It's not shaking. It's not my necklace, I don't think. Let's open this up. Ooh, it feels kind of thick, okay? Hold on, it may be. Maybe. Pape? This better be a ticket to Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip. Because you know I've been wanting to go to Dubai.
Open it up. Yeah, read it.
What is this?
You know what it is? I just want you to know that I know. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all nights? Why?
Because I wanted you to know that I know Nevaeh is not mine. I've had doubts. So I went got a DNA test. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why would you do this? She loves you though. Why would you do this?
She's not my daughter. Why would you do this? Why would you cheat?
I didn't cheat.
Why would you cheat on me?
I didn't.
That's proof right there. DNA test. Nevaeh is not my daughter.
But babe, really? Out of all days, you had 3 years to give this to me. Now you want to give this to me?
All right, well, listen. You and Nevaeh got to the end of the month to get out of my house.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
But that's your
and
daughter.
your daughter had to the end of the month to get out of my house.
But that's
Kelly.
your daughter.
It's not my daughter, Kelly.
Yes, it is.
The paperwork says it's not my daughter.
Why would you do this?
I am not the father.
No. Stop, babe. Can we just talk? Get the camera on my face. Can we just talk? Get it up.
That's it for the video. If you liked it, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss content like this in the future, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay strong.